Imagine living in a nation that is 100% censored, where ass cheeks stay in their shorts and dick pics are a punishable offense.
No thanks.
Yeah, fuck that. This is America. Dick pics away! Whether you like it or not, here we go! What up, y'all, and welcome back to the Dumb Podcast. I am Don Dario.
Hey, what's up? I'm Kev The Allstar, sitting in for your boy Alex. He's busy doing a show. Hey, the business calls.
That's right, baby. He's got a show tonight, Tempe Improv. Break a leg, brother. Dealing with hecklers can be tough, but we'll go through some techniques and tips on how to end up on top on the Ha Ha Hack.
That's right. And today's topic is old school thinking. Are we done with it?
And as always, we ended with a little jiggity joke session. I've got some show dates to share. I'll be performing stand-up at JP's Comedy Club on July 30th, 9 p.m. in Gilbert, Arizona. I've also got another performance August 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Golden Margarita in downtown Phoenix. I'd love to see you all there. Kev?
Hey, what's up? Thank you, Don. Hey, yeah, you guys, y'all can catch me this Friday night, July 30th at 7:30 at the one and only Improv Mania. Your boy's going to be doing his first ever improv. Don't miss it. And also, I will be live Sunday night, August 1st at JP's Comedy Club at 7 p.m. for the funniest person in the Valley Comedy Contest, where your boy is one of the finals out of 10. It's big stakes on the line, and we trying to take that win all the way.
Yeah. We thank you for all your support here at the Dumb Podcast. Now, we want to hear from you. So if you have any jokes you want to hear on air, send them to us, and we'll make sure you're on the next episode. Also, if you just like to say hi or give us your feedback, we'd love to hear it. You can reach us by email at thedumpodcast@gmail.com. That's thedumpodcast@gmail.com. Or by phone at 602-935-7307. You've got 3 minutes. Now let's hear it. We are excited to get this episode started, folks. So kick back, chillax, and enjoy. The Ha Ha Hack is where we share some of our experiences of doing stand-up comedy while we're all in the trenches together.
That's right. And we may not have comedy specials just yet, but there are things we have definitely learned and we'd like to share with everyone.
That's right, folks. And today we're talking about dealing with hecklers, which I personally have never dealt with a heckler per se. Kev, have you dealt with a heckler before?
Oh, man, I'll shut them down like show enough.
Yeah.
Kiss my Converse.
Yeah. Walking around with a gi and all that. Nice. Have you really been heckled?
In my time, I've had one or two maybe, but nothing seriously, not anything where they were like, no shit, trying to steal the show, if you will.
Yeah. So there wasn't too much of like a back and forth.
Back and forth. No, it was like they say something, I may feed into it a small second, or I'll just fully ignore them. But I've never had that boom, 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 boom. Because unfortunately, it's fortunate, but I've had 5-minute sets, so it's like I really don't have the time to share my stage light with you. Like if I was doing a half hour, I might pull that shit and let them have that stage, but at 5 or 10 minute sets, I really don't have time for you, dude. Shut up.
Show enough. That's true, man. You know what? And that actually, now that you put it that way, I guess I have been heckled then, you know. Yeah, people have shouted things out. Mainly because I'm asking questions. I guess that's my fault. I kind of now structured my comedy to not ask things unless I really want them to respond with something. So I guess it was my fault I got heckled. But you know, I've never really dealt with it, so I kind of looked it up. I kind of looked up some techniques on what to do if you do get heckled. Okay. So, like I said, we're all learning at the same time, man. I'm not a pro yet. We're all not pros yet. So, I did some studying for y'all lazy asses out there. All right. So, we're just going to go through some techniques of what to do if you ever are heckled. The first thing we want to do if we are heckled is to manage our emotional state. All right. I know if I was to be heckled up on stage, like you said, we've got time. You know, we don't want to piss off the whoever's putting on the show, the managers of the club. You know, we have a respect that we try to keep amongst our industry. So, you know, there is a lot of emotion up there. So that does make sense to me. You know, is control yourself, control your emotions. Don't let them. First thing you want to do is get angry. I would think, right? What would you do? Would you get upset?
Well, it really depends on what they say. I mean, one time, like, personal experience, one time it was just one person laughing so hard that everybody was cut off and just paid attention to him and the person laughing. But then it dawned on me, like, yo, I wish everyone was laughing like him.
Right.
Like, why am I mad because he's laughing loud? Like, that's a good thing. He finds it truly funny, because he wasn't laughing for much. But then when it hit. But it was like his laughter was still in the show. But it was also like, oh, man, that's good. Let him just laugh because he's making the crowd laugh.
Yeah. Hey, that's comics, though, man. We always want the spotlight. We're like, hey,
right.
laugh. Oh, wait, now you're laughing too hard.
You're laughing too hard. Right. Give me that laugh back.
All right. So another thing that we can do is never reward the interruption. Okay. We don't want to say, thank you for doing that. That makes sense to me because I think if I was to do that up there and say, oh, thank you, then the next guy is going to do it. And then the next lady. And then it just keeps going. And this is not a TED Talk. We don't get to have a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? This is just comedy.
Well, I mean,
one way.
And also it's like, hey, man, catch me after the show. I can give you some numbers if you want to take some classes or get up on the stage next set. They got a show at 9:00. You're more than welcome to hit the stage. You're going to talk to the promoters, though. But right now, they're here to see me.
That's right. That's a very good point, man. That's so true. That's true.
You got so much, or sometimes I'll shut it down, man. I remember one time I offered the dude the mic. I said, hey, you got so much to say? Here's the mic. Come up on the stage. I'll sit where you're sitting next to your woman. You want to be a funny. You got so much to say, but as anyone knows, man, public speaking is a big fear in a lot of people. So it's easy when you got the crowd and you think you're hot shit. But
and those kind of lead.
Have at it.
Yeah, those things kind of lead into the next couple of points that I studied on. One was it says don't try to be funny. Another one is we should try to listen to them, but actually respond because now it's a conversation. And the last thing we got to do is don't let it get personal.
Right. And that's it right there. Like they say, they start going in to say, hey, man, dude, you're funny. Here's the mic. You want to come up on the stage? You got 2.5 more minutes of my time. And usually it'll shut them down. Like, oh, I was just playing, man.
No, I mean, that's the other thing, too. Be gracious and tell them to stop. So I think you did all of that in one thing. So good job, man. See, I wouldn't know what to do. That makes a lot of sense. There was one time where I did public speaking in Beverly Hills. I may have told this story right on the podcast, but I was in finance. I had no business speaking in public, but it was my job, so I had to do it. They told me this is what I had to do, so that's what I did. And they told me to get people in Beverly Hills to get up from their seats and move one row back because the people who put the show on messed up and didn't rope it off for paying customers that actually paid more to have front row.
You're right.
So I was in charge of doing that, and I wasn't doing comedy yet, but I laid into them, man. I was not nice, and I explained to them everything. I said, look, I took my time. I came up here, and I explained nicely. I asked nicely. This is for the kids' parents, and none of you care.
Right.
Thank you, and I just walked off. That guilt, I guess it sat, it sank in there.
Well, it sits with them like,
Yeah,
whoa,
they just stood up and they
yeah,
moved,
let's just
man.
move.
I was like, yeah.
We should move. Because that's the laziness of some people too, like, well, I'm already seating. I don't want to move.
Yeah. That's the day though that I knew that I could do it. That I didn't think about doing it yet, but that's when I started thinking about, like, can I do this? That's the moment that always makes me remember that, yo, you did that. So you can do anything, I think. I don't know. All right, man. Do you have any heckler experiences that you've gone through that you want to share with? Any bad ones, good ones?
No, I'll speak from a heckler's side. you
Yeah.
know,
Do you have any
um,
ladies come
you
on to
know,
you when you're up
no,
on
man.
stage?
Like, so, like me being in the crowd before I was doing stand up, I would always feel like the comic was directly speaking to me. So I would feel like I got to add my 2 cents into the joke. And then once I started doing comedy, it was like, so now the tables switched. So now even when I go to support, or if I'm going to a different comedy club and watching like the big time comic, um, I've learned to sit back and enjoy the show, and no, and again, understand what it feels like to be heckled and just like, hey, all right, shut up.
That's very right, dude.
Unless I'm asked a question, or like, hey, you in the show enough shirt. Hey man, what's your opinion? If I'm directly asked, then I'll give in, but no, nah.
Nah, not too much. That's good, man. Yeah, I never have either. Hopefully, that's the way it continues to be, man. I don't want to get heckled. I'm not calling you out, hecklers. All right?
Dog, do you
Stay
think
home.
it's changed? Do you think times have changed though too? I don't know how long you've really been into comedy, but I know for me, I think also what's changed is, that's kind of explained in the first of the show now by the DJs or the host. Like, hey, blah blah blah. This is a show. People aren't here to see you. People paid money, and I mean, even people handle their alcohol. And if you think back to like Sam Kinison, all these other old school comics where the club and the nightlife was just wilding out.
Yeah.
Everyone was the comic.
That's very
So
true.
now they're a lot more respectful, but also sensitive too. So they'll just
So it could be a generational thing. You're very right.
right.
Then that kind of leads into our topic for this episode, man. This week we're talking about the old way of thinking.
Oh, nice.
Are we going to be letting that go? Should we let it go? Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. We're going to be talking about that right now, man. And I'll give you an example of what that is. It's like those people who say things like, oh, or they have to say things like, oh, we're having sex or making love. It's like, why can't it be like fucking? You know what I mean? Like, why are we so uptight about these things in the U.S.? Like that's that old way of thinking, man. Let it go. That comes from groups that, they censor words and broadcasting and art. Comes from groups that groups that manipulate, groups that push an agenda, and they punch down. They usually do it to as some kind of distraction for bigger issues. So just don't fall for it. That's what I mean. We're all woke, in our own right. I guess that also kind of ties into the way of thinking. Things are changing. People are getting woke in different ways, I guess. But we're the greatest country in the world, bro, and we can't let go of this type of thinking. You know what I mean, Kev?
Yeah. I made a meme, 2020 kind of, put stand-ups on a back burner for a while. You had to do Zooms, or all of us, no matter comic or whatever your profession is, we all had to figure out something to pass the time. We're in our house with our bundles of toilet paper and figuring out what we do. Well, I started making memes, and I said this years ago, though, way before 2020, and it's my truth though. I'm offended that you're offended.
Yeah.
You know, like if swearing really offends you, well, you not swearing offends me. Like it's almost like you said, punch down. It's like, what about my emotions? Like, what about all these people who you're taking away from emotions? Like,
Right.
Like if I swear, I'm most likely speaking from a place of feeling or emotion or pain or anger or happiness even, or laughter. But if my thing's this, if I'm not in your home, in your house, don't tell me shit.
Yes. Oh my God, that is a great point, dude.
If I'm not in your residence or your vehicle, I'm gonna say, and not only that, I fought for my freedom. So
yes.
Nah. Like, and you do you, I do me.
Yeah.
But don't come over here, excuse me, watch your language or whatever. No, might reply to you, excuse me, do you mind swearing?
Yeah. Do you mind?
Do you mind?
Do you fucking mind?
5 minutes and said one swear word. I find that very offensive.
How dare you? But by the way, Kev, hey, everybody, thank you, Kev, for your service. Kev is a military vet in the Marines. Big time, brother. Thank you for your service, man.
Thank you.
And go see him, people, huh? Go see him. Go see a show.
All right.
Both of us. Maybe we'll be on the same stage.
That's right. You know, talking about this this way of thinking, man, and how they just kind of, you know, it comes from this kind of money, you know, that those people that are like, you know, like that stinky old money that probably had like slavery tied to it or something, you know what I mean? Or it also comes from those people who are like, why are you wearing boots? Or why are you wearing cowboy boots, dude? We're at the beach. You know what I mean? What? Like, just let it go, bro.
Can you adapt? Can you adapt to your surroundings, man?
And it's like a mask, you know, because people are posting porn on Facebook, on Instagram. We've got Pornhub and OnlyFans, you know. So, and I'll give you another example too, dude. Like, if people in the U.S. want Hispanics to not roll their R's in their own last name, then y'all gotta get rid of country music or something. I don't know.
There's so much just ridiculousness going on.
Yeah.
It's sickening. So it's like, you know, let's say somebody doesn't want someone to speak Spanish, and they're literally inside of a Mexican food restaurant. So, you know, like that to me is a big problem. Like, okay, so the food and the culture is okay, but the language is a no-go.
Right.
What?
You know what annoyed me?
You know what annoyed me, man, is that, you know, a brand new French drink will come out on the shelves, you know, and everybody's like, oh, how do I pronounce that? Is it La Croix? Is it La Croix? Is it La Croix? Is it this? How do I pronounce it right? Fuck you, man. Learn how to pronounce burrito, taco, and mesa, all right? You lazy motherfucker. This is where we live. We live next to that. Not next to French. Not next to France, dude. Why are we learning French? And the stupid Canadians, sorry. The Canadians don't speak French that often. They just use it as like, oh, those are the people that help us when we don't help anybody else.
I think that's also the thing too, man. Like for myself, I only speak one language, or you know, I could speak hood slang too. You know, I guess if you want to call that a language.
Well, yeah.
But you know, it's like I don't want to speak just one language. I would love to speak 2 or 3 or 4. You know, like
Yeah.
like why wouldn't you? Like English is the best language. Blah blah blah. Like. Okay, how do you know? You only speak one language. You haven't even left your house. You haven't even left the city you grew up in. There's so many people that say they love to travel. They've never really been anywhere.
Tried.
I think you can't travel unless you left the continent. Get off this rock.
Yes.
I haven't traveled then. Yeah.
You know, you've been to Mexico, you've been to Canada. That's awesome. You definitely will learn some things. You've been to the East Coast versus the West Coast of the United States of America. Big change, big difference. You've been down south. Again, big difference. Deep woods, Louisiana per se. But when you leave the continent and go places, man, it's a whole different ball game. When you come back to America, your eyes are exposed to a different America, to a different self.
You see it differently.
Yeah, and get away from the tourist attractions. Stop going to the damn tourist attractions. Go be with the people. Like, meet somebody that lives there and say, hey, what do you do on the weekends here? Yeah. You know, like that's how you try. For myself, man, I'm not going to tell everybody what to do. But for me, that's like the best way to really experience the culture, the diversity, the food, the nightlife, all of it, man.
Yeah, and you
should, and that's good. Hell yeah, dude. And you know, a lot of people that come here though, like they'll either come from another place and they kind of want to forget their language just because of all the all the pressure out here to, oh, don't say it this way, or oh, don't say it that way. And to that I just say, you know, we'll let go of ours when y'all let go of yours. How about that? All right. Kev, have you ever dealt with someone who had that kind of old mentality? You know what I mean? Did you try to change their mind ever?
Absolutely.
You think that's possible?
I don't know if I would really try to change their mind, but I've definitely dealt with those types of people. I mean, shoot, probably every day, you know. So
yeah, and I'm sure you see it not just here in the U.S. I'm sure it's all over the world.
Absolutely, man. You know,
right?
Yeah.
Dude, did you know that in the Netherlands they have a cartoon? It's a kid's. This is a child's cartoon, where it's a cartoon about this guy who has a really, really long dick, and it's always getting him into trouble, you know, into all kinds of shenanigans, you know, and he hates it. You know, it's really like a bad thing.
Yeah.
But like they can show that out there, you know. Over here, it's like you go to jail, you know. You do some time for showing kids something like that.
I mean, you know, I think there's definitely areas that could draw the line or something, you know, or parental explicit or whatever, you know. But I also think, like, what's really wrong with sex, or what's wrong with nude bodies? Like, this is how we all got here.
That's right. It's natural.
Like, that's how humans became.
Yeah.
I don't. There's just so much where I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Most of us walking on this planet are accident babies. Like, we weren't meant to be here. Like, our parents didn't plan for us. I'm willing to bet. I don't know the statistics. I don't know if anyone's ever broken this down, statistically speaking, but I'm willing to bet, like, high in the 90s percentile, many of us weren't planned to be on this planet.
Right. Yeah.
Well, maybe planned by the big creator or God or whatever you want to call it. Yes, absolutely. You know, we survived, and it is hard to be the one semen that goes in the egg. Y'all know how it works. So
but it was an animal instinct. Yeah, it was that animal that came out in your mom and in your dad, and he just like pushed her down and just facing the mattress, just, you know, mounted her and just rah, like Indian. I mean, you know, African lion, you know, National Geographic, just rah. That's how you were born. That's how you were born, son. Welcome.
Ain't no stork deliver you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for the Jiggity Joke Session.
Yeah, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Kev the Allstar, and Don Dario mano a mano. All right, since you are the guest-ish tonight of the Dumb Podcast, you, my friend, can go first.
All right, here we go. For the Jiggity Joke Session, Joke 1. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics started, and many of the event's concession stands are offering bento boxes that include sushi. In the Atlanta 1996 Olympics, they offered chicken wings, which I'm a fan of, hot dogs, and bologna. In 2040, the East African Olympics concession stands will offer their rarest resource ever: freedom. God, man. Why?
All right. No, because like the guys, the people who are gonna be visiting, they're gonna get captured. That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
Why you send me that? So fitting.
So my turn. All right. The Phoenix Suns lost, just not the way many Arizonans wished. They preferred the entire Sun get lost. It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot.
Nice. All right.
Just be mad at the sunshine.
No, it's burning up, man. It's on fire in Arizona. I can't go anywhere. It's ridiculous. All right, your turn.
You know what, man? Dating websites need to be more specific. Period. To the needs in order to get to what you want, because I went to the Get Laid website. But from that outcome, it seems that I logged into ballsuckers.org.
So either way, you had a good time. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what you wanted. Got
Wasn't what
it.
I wanted.
Yeah. I'm not into that.
Got brown balls, I left with blue ones.
Nice. All right. My turn. Number 2. I just got out of a relationship and I was heartbroken. But before I left her place, I ripped up her birth certificate. It makes her not exist and easier to forget.
Thank you.
Nice.
That's so true.
Hey, you got to do what you got. We all got to heal somewhere. Dog.
Could have gone dark there. But good. You kept it light. Like it. All right. Your turn.
Performing stand-up comedy is a lot like swimming as a kid, because when you suck at it, you bound to drown. But if you're good at it, you can pee anywhere you want.
That's true. That's why I started comedy. I'm just waiting for that level, man. I'm waiting for that.
Bucket money.
Yep. That's one of my bucket lists, right?
Right.
Pee bucket. All right. My turn. Oh, here we go. You got me saying, all right. I'm going to go with it. Here we go. You got it?
This was rough.
So I got in a fight with my best friend. I told him I was watching my daughter's cat, and he jokingly asked if I licked it. So I beat his fucking ass. And then he looked me passionately in my eyes, thanked me, and called me faggot.
Welcome on a one-way trip to Pound Town.
Oh, man. That was a good one. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's right, man. That is Kev The Allstar, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Kev, it's been great to have you, man. Thanks for being on the podcast and adding to the funny. Is there anything you want to promote right now? Do you have upcoming events, the website handles, social media handles, all that?
Yes, thank you, Don. Yeah, matter of fact, you can find me at Improv Mania this Friday night, July 30th at 7:30 p.m. for my first time doing improv. Thank goodness I don't have to be on that stage alone doing this. And you can also catch me on Sunday at JP's Comedy Club, August 1st at 7 p.m. For the Funniest Person in the Valley's comedy contest, where your boy is a finalist with 9 others. So that's 10 for y'all that can't count. But you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and actually you can add me to your IMDb. Follow me there at Kev The Allstar.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun in life, folks.
Hey, and I'm Kev The Allstar. Live to laugh, laugh to live, because without laughter, what is the point?
True. Peace.
Peace, y'all.